That's me. But
You
for
got
me, uh, as as long as you have parents in the middle that's not related, or I'm gonna give you an example. So if I have, like, say for instance, I had a one male, two females. The females are not related. The females have different parents from each other. Both sets have different parents, and I produce. I produce a litter with both of those females. I will take me. Will take both. I will take one male, one female. I will put them two together to solidify what I'm trying to get out the dog, out the breed. If that parent, you know, holds what I need for my program at that time. So I
me.
will do it, but it has to be at least four dogs in between those two that I'm using, so you won't get those genetic defects, heart issues, and stuff like that.
Yeah, me. I will line breed. I haven't yet. I did it once, but it's like 3 generations out. But me, I'm totally against like inbreeding, like half brother, half sister. I'm totally against that because I'm not against it totally. I'm against it for myself. It's a science project, and if you do it wrong, you can mess up. So I believe that with inbreeding, as well as you double down on the good traits, you double down on the bad traits. So right now, I am working on my line. I don't have a bloodline yet. I'm working on it now. But I believe on doing outcross and try to breed the closest dog to type together to produce the dog that you want.
Right.
Probably just I don't want to use traditional, but just the correct type. A lot of times in the show ring, like you'll see some county corsos with a lot of, maybe not all, because we ran into Vicky and she has some nice dogs there. But you'll see a lot of the type, like boxer type,
Right.
that that's there, and I want to bring more of the correct type. I want to get out of the word traditional, because people burn that word up so
Yeah.
much. So, but just the correct type,
Right.
the correct type, what a Connie Corso should be, or how a Connie Corso should look. You know, Sometimes you might get in there, you might see some dogs. You could see a different breed in the dog, but they still
Right.
saying it's Connie Corso and stuff like that, and that irks me a little bit. But it is what it is. But I just stay away from it. I don't voice my opinion on it. I don't talk bad about a person's dog. I just I just continue to do what I feel like I need to be doing in my program, so the people around me will have the correct dogs. And I try to my best to study as much as possible. I got books and books and books in there that I skim through and read when I have time. A lot of time I'm working, or I got some stuff going on with the family, but I do read my books, and I do talk to a lot of great people, and not just one, but just a lot of great people, and talk to my brothers daily, my sisters daily about the dogs, to get, to keep my information correct and tight. Uh, I'm not a know-it-all. Like, sometimes, people might reach out to me, and if I do know some things, I'm willing to give up the information, and if I don't know, I'm willing to let you know that as well. I don't think I know it all. uh, excuse me. I I'm learning each and every day. Each and every
I
day.
I actually when I get into it, I want to shut things down. But right now, I can't really tell you what I want to bring to the show ring because still evaluating the show ring. I done seen them on TV. I haven't been to enough shows to say what they like here, but I have seen a lot of champions say that I don't want to produce some of the dogs that have been called champions.
Right.
We don't really breed for color.
You
We,
don't care. Yeah.
yeah, we
So
don't.
so
Now, do I have
whatever.
a favorite color?
Yeah.
Yeah, fawn with a black mask, hands down. But
Really?
I don't breed for that color though. I just breed
Yeah.
for a healthy dog.
I like the fawn with black mask too. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
my favorite.
Yeah.
That or Brindle. Brindle is like one of the most uh colors like that. Like when the dog was first produced, like it was always a lot of brindle. So I really like just the black brindle, the regular brindle. Uh, no color don't really matter. I like all of the dogs. I love them. Like no matter the color, if I see good in them and I see good things and good traits, I man, no matter what the color is, I want it. Like even I reach out to someone about a dog, we've been trying to like go to like some of like the old times. I never asked about a color. I don't. I
Right,
care less about the color. If you got a nice healthy dog, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z.
right.
Uh, if you got it, like okay. If you say that's the one, then that's the one I want.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
could
look.
like clear about top line, bottom line. We clear about everything. Cut is like the last thing on the list
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
what we try to do. Now I ain't gonna say I haven't bought a dog for color. Got to found the breeding. I found the breeding with his uncle, and I didn't have a color in my yard, and I asked her for that specific color over that specific breeding.
Right.
But I wanted to make sure it had the best structure. I wanted to make sure it had the best structure that add to my kennel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I asked for a blue, like I wanted gray.
Right.
Uncle, she showed me a straw, like nah, Uncle, that's not what I want. I wanted gray. That when we got the Pebbles and Penelope, and I actually picked the dog out that I wanted, and the dog she's an amazing dog.
Yeah.
And Penelope is an amazing dog.
It's so many stories. It's so many stories on the history of the County Corso. Uh, I really just believe like not one specific person created this breed. I feel like in my heart, from what I've been reading, like when they had like the wars in Italy and stuff like that, and dogs were left behind, I really believe that the dogs may have created themselves to
Hmm.
a certain extent, and once the farmers uh, seen the dogs, because some of the dogs were stray, the farmers picked them up, raised them, and then they started using these dogs, and then this became a part of the Italian culture, and just like we were intrigued, like with the size and stuff, I'm pretty sure that there was like nice, nice, healthy dogs over there, and I do believe some of the Corso history is coincide with the Neo.
Hmm.
I believe that. Because I mean, from what I see, like even like on the books, and then like you get to some like like some of the Italian forms, you go on there, they'll put up a beautiful picture of a Neapolitan Mastiff, but in my eyes, you get is Connie Corso. You know what I'm saying? And like even here in America, like if you look at the Neo history of what they wrote, the Corso history is the same dog. The template
It
of the what's
same.
name was the same.
It is,
But they
it's the
used the same.
same type of dog.
It's the same. It was the same type.
It's
It
same
it
type. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was the same type.
What?
Uh,
Go ahead.
it's just it's almost confusing. And like I say, I'm not a perfect about all of it, but it's just my beliefs. I do
Right.
believe that like back
They both off.
then,
They both off the
back
mosquito.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
molasses dog.
Yeah.
I do know that much of it. They are
But
off the molasses dog, but them all. I mean, just to me, like if you look on there, all those old photos back in the day, 19, 18, and all that, like what they
they
was considering what the
all the
Neo
dogs. Like,
is. It was almost like a Connie Corso. Uh, and like I made a statement before, is today's Connie Corso yesterday Neo? Because it almost seemed like that's what it is. It seemed like we're trying to breed back to like then or something. It almost feel like
I,
that to me.
but if you look at all the old dogs, like the dogs they got now, don't look any to me. I know it's evolution, but they don't look anything like the old dogs. The old dogs were smaller dogs. They're like more leaner. They didn't have like big dogs, so I don't believe that they was. I believe they related, but the Neo today is not what it used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I believe like not defending any of the Italian breeders, but 40 years ago when they started sending dogs to America, I think like everything's about money. So I think sometimes like foreigners, I actually think Americans are idiots because some of us are, and I think they sent us what they wanted to send us in the beginning.
Yeah.
So we had to work with what we got, and eventually, some good breeders sent over what was right. But back in the day, I think believe they say shoot, just send them anything and take their money. So that's what I believe.
I believe when they started to create the standard, it was too many chiefs and not enough
Yeah.
Indians. If you understand what I mean,
Yeah.
because that's why I feel like the dogs kind of like almost like all over the place because like you might have these group of folks that believe okay the dog should be there, so we're gonna make a registry and this is our standard. Now you got this group of people over here. Oh no, they don't like what we doing, so now they making a registry and they got a different standard too. And now we can't come to an agreement. So now everybody just gonna do anything and everything they like because we can't agree on a specific standard for the breed. I believe if that had happened, the dog wouldn't be like it is. You look at a Doberman, you know that's a Doberman. And you
Yeah,
see it like there's a lot of dogs out there. A Mile, you know this is a Malinois or a
Roger,
Shepherd. You
yeah.
know, and not just because of the color, but you just know because these dogs are uniform. They resemble one another, regardless if they got the same mother and father or not. You can tell what that breed is, and
Mm.
it's a sad situation in our breed. If you look at a few dogs, okay, them some nice Corso, but then they say this is a Corso, and it's kind of like almost looking like a Boer Bull or Bull Mastiff or
Mhm.
something of that sort. So it's frustrating because
I just seen one look like a lad.
they these dogs been around for such a long time that somebody should just step down or stepped up or and just look. We just want to come to agreement from the beginning. I don't think they knew the dogs that was gonna turn out to be this popular. Honestly,
Yeah.
so now that it is, everybody want to be the head person in charge, and that's not what
Right,
it's about.
right.
It's always about the dog. The dog should have been the most important thing uh, to everybody, and especially the guys in Italy. This is your breed. This is from your home. Like I feel like and a lot of that here, even when they brought the dogs to the United States and everybody started want to get into it. Everybody's just doing their own thing when we all should have been in agreement. It's like it's a competition thing now.
Right.
Oh, I got to be better than this guy, or I got to be better than this, and it shouldn't be there. Because once you put your feelings involved, the dog is going to be destroyed. The dog will be lost if we don't get it together.
Absolutely.
And that hurts though because I know there's a lot of people in Italy and in the United States that put they all into it, and I know they sitting back and just looking like this ain't what we expected, or this is not what we this wasn't the plan.
This ain't the
But
vision. This one the
yeah,
vision. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So so I just try to stick to the script and just continue and try to educate myself as much as possible. Try to stick close to type as possible. Like I honestly, I mean, at this point, I honestly feel like like I'm really just too invested to turn back. Even though not because I just feel like I'm doing the right thing, now, but just like if I feel like I'm too invested, what about all the other people? What about because I'm a hobbyist. I don't have litter on the ground, litter on the ground, litter on the ground. I do have my litters, yes I do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like I don't have a litter now. Uh at this point I'm just educating myself more. I'm trying to learn more. I'm not trying to push puppies out. And I feel like I try to respect the breed much as possible to just try to continue its legacy because the Cane Corso have a legacy that we need to try to like uphold and keep in good standards because again, if, like you say, like you could tell, you could see,
Yeah.
you can see what it is and what it's not.
Well, you can look at two top breeders. You see one going this way and the other one going that way. They're going two ways. So if they pulling at the 2 to 3 top breed, they all three pulling in different directions. They're fighting and saying who dogs who's right. How can us hobbyists know which dog is right if they can't even get it together from the beginning?
Yeah.
But it's not really about winning with me or losing because at the
Right.
end of the day, these are my pets. I mean, it's my breeding stock. I invested a ton of money from importing to go to the top breeders. But at the end of the day, these are my pets. So I'm not going to sit there and try to like overdo something because I got a 9 to 5. I get up every morning,
Yeah.
leave out of here, go to work, and I take care of my dogs. Even if I have a litter and I do uh, sell some of my dogs or if I give some of my dogs away, whatever I do from it, I invest back into my dogs, better living conditions, better housing, just everything, whatever I can do to make their situation better. Because at the end of the day, I look at my dogs as family. I do everything family
Right.
oriented with the dogs. My grandkids, my daughters, all of them, like they love my dogs. I mean, I got dogs in my backyard buried because I wasn't taking them to the down to the pound for them to be cremated or nothing. I dug a hole for them and buried them, and we had funerals in my backyard because
Man.
we love our dogs. I know you have too, bro.
Yeah.
And
Definitely. But I think with this dog game, with the dog business, like man, I work for I've worked, I have a full-time job. I've been on it for 24 years. I got 8 years before I retire. But honestly, with the dog business, the best thing I get out of other than the dogs, like anybody else actually purchase a dog from me actually becomes my family.
Yeah.
Actually, I talk to them. They can call me. They can call me and talk about their toe hurting. I don't care. They can
Yeah.
call. That just means a lot of good people that with the dogs. I just meet a lot of good people. A lot of people stuff in common. I just meet a lot of good people. So, but the dog bit is more of a like it's a hobby. It'll never be like a multi-million-dollar business for me. It'd be a hobby, and I also would get people that I would have met if it wasn't for the dogs.
Yeah.
And then you got to think a lot of the like we try to break that barrier too, Sean, because a lot of times, say for instance, you may go get a dog. I mean, and I've heard, and I'm friends with some of the people I heard people talk about. They want to go buy the dog. They can't get in contact with the breeder. Or they having issues with the dog. Reggie, you think you can help me? Or Dion, you think you
Mm-hmm.
can help me? I'm here for you. You ain't have to buy the dog from me. If I can help you in any type of way, better your situation with your dog or give you some information to help you raise your dog up better or help it with a health problem or a health issue or something like that, I'm gonna give you that information.
Right,
I'm not gonna say, oh, because you ain't bought a dog from me, I'm not gonna help you out. I care about this breed genuinely. I'm
right,
gonna help you regardless of you got it from me or the guy down the street. I don't care where you got a dog. If you have an issue, reach out to me. I'm
right,
gonna make sure if I have it to the information or whatever you need, I'm going to give it to you right then and there. A lot of the times, like even some of the older breeds, and I don't want to like I'm talking about nobody, but a lot of even some of the older breeds, like after you get a dog, that's it.
yeah.
Oh, that's it's just it.
Got
You
the
know what I'm
money.
saying?
Like
Yeah,
right, we
it's over with.
go down to people's houses and help them with their dog, even if they didn't buy a dog. Oh man, we got this problem. All right, I'm off Sunday. I'm gonna come down there. Oh, you bring your dog to my house. I can help you out with your situation, or get you with somebody that can help you out with your situation. We got like I said, we got affordable. We got affordable. They ain't free, but we got affordable trainers that's on our team where you can take your dog to. Where you don't have to not pay your mortgage because you get your dog trained and get your dog trained. That really actually care about it. But the only reason they charge you because they got to make something, but they working with they charge you so cheap because they care about the breed.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure that the breed is in the best position it's possible. You know, I have with me, right now I have all my dogs here. I have a dog with my partner, one of my partners, Muhammad. For you to actually have a line, you have to have a lot of dogs. So you have to have a co but you have to pick somebody that you trust.
That's
So
correct.
it had to be
Yeah.
somebody. Me and Reggie own dogs together. Um, but it's actually have to be a trust thing. It's rough. I mean, that's a rough thing. That's
Mhm.
definitely rough, especially if you working 4-time jobs. Even if we could house 20 dogs here, we still got to hold dogs back.
Yeah.
So that's a rough thing. So co-ownership, you just got to find a couple good people that you can trust and that's willing to work and that you know that's as passionate as you are about doing what you're trying to do. But sometimes it get hard because you think you got somebody you co-own with, you think y'all in the same basket, and then they going they decide to go a whole different route
Yeah.
than what route that you're trying to go. So it's a hard thing.
Yeah.
It can be. I do believe it can absolutely be done. And the Brotherhood actually don't promote breeding. If you do breed, we're gonna try to make sure you're doing the correct way.
Yeah.
We actually don't. We don't promote breeding. We prefer people not to get in breeding just because they think they can make a quick buck.
There you
So
go.
we don't. But if you're gonna do it, we're gonna try to show you how to do it the right way.
Right.
Or it's basically education based, really, truly only, just to bring people together, just information that they could possibly use in the long run by raising the county Corso, and again, just getting like different vendors out, just doing things that may have like healthy treats or just certain things that your dog may use, and we free food. Juice, I mean, everything like waters. Like we do everything
Yeah.
free, all on us. Like we put all our money into it for people to come out and have a great time, just to enjoy the dogs, just so we can be seen in a positive light. Because now to this day, you really don't see too much of what we've been doing going on a lot. And we started this because I know when I first got in, it was very hard for me to get like information from people. If people just thought like you was new and you was trying to get in, like it was big shade being thrown and not a lot of help uh, was given to me. And I was just wanting just to learn more of the history of the dog and stuff like that. But it was a lot of shades. But once I did get locked in with a few great people that I started talking to that gave me a chance to listen. Like, okay, this guy really want to learn, or I got that information, and like my wife ordered me books online, and like I said, I read and I just continue to form my opinion and say, look, we need to help other people out because if no one's out here helping, then the dog will or everything will truly be like lost. Like
Mm.
it's be like the only thing you could honestly do when I came in was just buy a dog. They took the money, but it wasn't going to help you none. So
Hmm.
we try to change the narrative here, especially in Southern Maryland. Like right now, we have a Southern Maryland County Corso group in the Brotherhood, and really it's been like a lot of people say this has been like the best experience,
Yeah.
positive, everything. Like we have zero tolerance for the nonsense. Like you can't
No
come.
drama. No drama. It's a no drama, no nonsense group.
Yeah.
We don't allow that at all. If you can't be educational, then we don't need you. So if you're gonna say something, we need you to have actual facts to back up what you're saying.
Right.
If you don't have actual facts, then we can't. We're not gonna let you just uh
Coming
uh
boss hog in a group. But one
right,
thing,
or bullying, or even if we don't allow bullying either.
Hmm.
even if you do have something to say, just make sure, like you say it respectful and try to have a adult conversation instead of you going back and forth or you trying to belittle someone or talk down on someone because they didn't have the information. That's what we here for. Especially if you had the information about this, you definitely should share it and help the next. Because if
Right.
you helping to breed out. So for all the ones that's like too snobby or they too uppity or I've been doing this for X, Y, Z long years or whatnot, and you don't want to help me, it's just shame on you, man. Because if I believe if you help one person or two or whatever dealing with this breed, you're not just helping the breed out.
Right.
Period.
Also,
It's
we ask people,
a,
is it about you or is it about the breed? Don't
Yeah,
say,
yeah, right.
yeah, is it about you or is it about the breed? Do you want the breed to get better? Or you're not so concerned about the breed? You just want to talk about what other people not doing. Most people that talk about what other people not doing are the main person that's not doing nothing because they wasting too much time worrying about other people's business instead of trying to work hard and perfecting what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
we had a similar conversation earlier, something like that. Like,
Mhm.
no matter how long you've been in, it's what you've been putting in while you've been dealing with the breed, or how long you've been inside this breed is what you've been doing, what you've been
yeah,
striving, what you've been pushing for. If you've been making positive moves dealing with this breed here, then you're doing something. No matter if you've been in 1, 2, 6 months, if you striving to do better,
hmm
and better for the dog and better for yourself to have the knowledge like to take care of these dogs, then you winning. You doing the right thing. And I commend
Absolutely.
I take my hat off to anybody that's pushing to do the right thing by the breed.
I have like 2 acres down here,
yeah,
and my dogs will not leave off my property.
yeah,
I can be at work all day and I come home. My wife's like, you left the cage? I'm like, with a dog walking around the yard, but the dog will not leave off the property. They're very loyal. They're not gonna go too far.
yeah.
When you come on this property, they're gonna let you know you don't belong.
So what's your thought on like on a real athletic type Neo? Do you think that could be bred into a Corso in 3 generations and be
No,
a Corso again?
no,
They
nothing.
said
At
being
this
I think it could be
today,
washed, but I don't think there's no need to.
Yeah.
at this point today, we have too many great examples of the Connie Corso to go backwards.
Okay.
Backwards been done too much that we're trying to correct today now. So it's no sense of doing that. If you have a nice, well-bred Neo, congratulations. But that's a Neo. That's not a Connie. Stick to the Neo, and
If
we'll
you
stick.
want to make a new breed, go ahead and make a new breed. We had nothing against it, but
Yeah.
it's not a Connie Corso.
Yeah.
Band dog, there's some great band dogs out here. Go ahead and make you a band dog.
Yeah.
Now, I just wanted to shed light on the Connie Corso breed. Uh, in my opinion, is one of the best dogs ever. I didn't own,
Hallelujah.
I didn't own a few other dogs, and had the best experience with these dogs. Very loyal, and again, like he said, like my dogs got out. My neighbor thought I had a visible gate. Like she said, your dogs got out. She called me. I was at work, and she said they just sitting on the front. They won't leave. They ain't chasing nobody. They just stand on their front. As long as you, she said, one bark, like somebody walked past, he got up and barked, but he didn't come off. And just stuff like that. I love it. Like they very gentle with my grandkids, my kids. Like they just very gentle and submissive to my kids. If they don't know you, they they'll let you know. We don't know you. We don't want you here. So all that is great for me, especially in a family situation. Like married with kids. So
Mhm.
I not home. I know my dogs will protect.
Yeah.
And that's with no training, just a lot of love being shown to my animals from my family.
I think mine's like kind of family oriented. The Connie Corso is really, really family oriented. A lot of people say they one person dogs, but they are to a point, but they're not. Like I have son that everybody knows. Like anybody that knows me or follow me on Instagram or Facebook knows my son. He's 5 years old. He's been around these dogs since he was born. He could actually go in the cage, walk a dog. He could actually go in the cage and walk the dogs. He can put the dogs up. He can take the dogs out. They listen very well. They're very family oriented, but you actually have to put the time in. So
hmm
I think for the key point for me about the Corsos, I think they're very, very misunderstood. I think
hmm
they're very misunderstood dogs. Like people see it. I heard of people take their dogs to the dog park. The dog mind his business. People, oh, the dog on the attack. The dog mind his business. Take a little chihuahua, little 5-pound chihuahua, and put it somewhere. My dog's mind his business. So I think they're very misunderstood. And I think it's absolutely, we have to stay on top of this breed so they won't become the next American pit bull, because people like to give dogs titles that they haven't earned.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
So education is a must. So that's basically what we try to push, is the education, so people will know what the dog truly is without giving it a negative opinion. So if you have questions, eggs. If you want to touch the dog, eggs. If if you want to learn more about the dog, just eggs. Somebody that's willing to try to educate you on this breed, because, like you say, we don't want any negative opinions or thoughts about the breed, especially here where we're from or where we live in our area, because we work hard to show people that these are great animals. Like we're supposed to be setting up a walk soon and go down to by the monument, because we're close to Washington D.C. So go down there and walk the dog, so people get to see them. Because some people don't even know what the Connie Corsos is. They be like, what type of dog is that?
Right.
And so you just want to educate and get it out more, so you have a positive experience when you see it.
Right.
That's one of the reasons for the Brotherhood. Instead of like talking about others or what they doing, man, we just want to build positivity around us. Keep this thing positive where we at. If you want a positive experience, Ironstone or Tough Enough is where it is.
Yes, sir. Connie Corso Brotherhood.
Yeah.
All right, my last question.
Corsos, anywhere in Maryland, come to something. Go to Facebook. Go to Southern Murder Connie Corsos. We'll take care of you. If you got drama, find another group. Connie Corso Brotherhood. Hey, you look for a brother, you look for a friend, you look for somebody for show to talk about your dogs, or you just show to cry on. You got a Connie Corso, you part of our family. Come on, join us.
It's awesome. No, I appreciate that. Here's my last question that I've been asking people, and I'll ask a little different variation of this. It's just okay, say tomorrow couldn't fuck with the Corso anymore. You couldn't breed it. What other breed would you do if it couldn't be the Corso?
Honestly, this is a tough one for me. But honestly, my first love was American Pit Bull Terrier. That's my first love. I grew up with them my whole life.
Yeah.
I love those, but since I can't get those, it's the Boerboel, the South African Boerboel.
Okay.
For me, that's a hard question, but
Reggie like pocket dogs.
maybe
Pomeranian, you said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The Pomeranian or the Japanese Akita.
Those are great dogs.
Yeah, those are good dogs too. Yeah, Japanese, the smaller, more athletic version, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Joseph, ooh, so I must be Mary, Joseph, Allah.